All right, hey there, folks. Welcome back to Campaign 16. We have got to be up to about episode 10, I think. And I'm trying to remember where we were. All right, we're in this. Let's fight this. I think I remember this from, yeah, the last episode that I shot here. Whoa, I don't know what that was. But, yeah, we've been doing some battling around DC, trying to clear out at least some of the forts. We don't have the map up in front of us, but the gist is, if you're just joining us, we were part of a push with others across Alexandria, and another force came, friendly force, came up kind of through Frederick, Maryland. Basically, they pushed up from the west, and then they went east towards us, and we're kind of collapsed on the west side, or the southwest side of DC. So, anyways, that is that. This is eerily familiar to what I believe was the last battle here, although we have a lot more friendlies, and we'll see if I've learned to manage my cav any better. I have little hope that there it is, the poor Cutshaw and his brigade, but poor Cutshaw because of the personal wounds as well. So, and that was me just being, doing my best GreatScots kill cavalry impression. This does not look like a great map for a lot of things. I think, though, what we're going to do is maybe deploy up to Argyle Mill. I talked about this in the last battle here, but I know it's a bit odd, but this kind of protects you, at least from enemy moving across, unless, the AI does its holier than thou water walk. But you can kind of hold them here, and it's hard for them to move quickly because of the amount of force, and you'll be on the road. And they have to come through here if they want to get to you. I just want to see where we believe the AI is going to come from. So, oh, okay. Well, that actually changes things a bit. Yeah, if they're believed to be over here, it depends on how they go. If they take this road, then it's pretty much going to be the same battle as last time, and it makes sense to hold at Argyle Mill, or however you pronounce it. If they, for whatever reason, come down here, actually, I don't see a real variation in roads. To get to here, they would have to take some. Well, actually, they might take some trails. I don't know. I think the best plan, we got a lot of engineering points for what we have. So I think what I'm going to do is move up. We're going to dig our infantry and our artillery in this position. And we're going to send Kemper on a scouting mission to figure out where exactly everybody is. And I'm actually going to move over to that bridge. We're going to detach the artillery while we're here. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. And anybody got any water to spare? All right, so that's Barksdale, and now we can take this group here. We can do that. We're going to take Imboden back. They did just fine, by the way, in that last battle up. If they're going to be detached, let's just leave them back here, both of them. And we want line of sight. Well, the best laid plans. I don't know if these guys are actually going to be able to see out of the woods, but we'll try that. Get these guys in line formation. Get our parapets dug on the backside here. So we'll go up, and we will go all the way over. Interesting. I know that's not right. I can never. I don't know why they made the parapet building system harder than it used to be. It used to work fine, at least for me. And then it seems like they changed it to this other way of doing it, and it's less intuitive to upgrade. Sometimes I can do it, and other times I can't, and it's all random luck. Not really the way the game, any game should be made, but that's that. All right, get back. What are you doing? All right, that was too complicated in order, so we're gonna move. Oh, and then somehow randomly that upgrade just went through. I don't know what I clicked. The random assortment of buttons there, but it worked. And we should be able to get all of Brian's division in at least level 1 parapets. That is fine. And we're ready to get this party started. So Kemper, let's kick out scouts. I'm going to give them the evade order. Hopefully giving it at the division level actually carries on through. I'm certain that I'm not actually where they want me to be, because they'll usually give me a position to defend that's already taken by friendlies. So that's, yeah. I feel like in earlier iterations of this game, they would actually give you like a flank to defend, which is where you deployed and where we didn't have troops, and that would make sense. But as the game has progressed, it has not always progressed. So, yeah, there's that. We're going to move out here. I think I'm going to do you all the favor putting you on pause until we find someone. And if luck holds, as soon as I put you on pause, I should find the other side. All right, so it did not actually work out as quickly as I'd hoped, but we went through an overnight period, and then, well, we found them. So I've already ordered my cav back to, I think, just this side of Pierce's mill. My headquarters, both Kemper and myself, should be going back to friendly side. We're down on the morale game. We got a whole bunch of engineering points overnight, and I still could not figure out. I think I upgraded the one test side parapet I had here. Not my best work, but I also spent the other 15 engineering points somewhere, so who knows where. But we can see a little bit of it is here. It doesn't matter. We kicked out skirmishers, and it looks like they're going to come down through the mill. We could certainly try to hold the high ground above the mill, but then I feel like we're not going to have a very quick exit if and when we have to exit. And it's going to be hard, I think, to concentrate our firepower. We could definitely put some folks up, but they could also just shoot across, and I don't know. We'll see how this goes, but for now, I'm comfortable doing what we're doing. We may put you back on pause if they don't push. We can see that Sheridan has been in. Oh, now this is interesting. In this case, why don't we just bring the cav back here? I'll put myself here to kind of be between everyone. And we'll see. If it's just that cav group that's kind of probing, I think we're going to let others deal with it. The problem with a lot of our forces, and the reason why we might lose this, it has everything to do with morale. And a lot of our friendlies don't have it. Although theirs has now fallen a couple of points. I think they were 25, almost 26 when we started. It's a very small objective at a 3-pointer, and so you'd have to hold it a long, long time to get much in the way of results. Did we actually kick out skirmishers from these guys? And where did they go? Did they... Oh, they're right... All right, I see them now. I'm going to send them up there. Yeah, Kemper, you... Oh, so they went both ways. And they might actually be avoiding... Are they avoiding the mill? I think they are. The trixiest of hobbits. All right, let's bring our scouts back in. We're going to take these guys off of evade. We don't want them evading anymore. Hopefully they'll figure out what to do with their scouts. And I think we'll move Imboden over here. And these are never great positions anyways, but if they're mostly going to push, here we'll okay, they look like they're right there. And I guess we'll focus over here, and maybe we just kind of move. I don't know what to do with the rest of Brian. The rest of Brian, I guess, can kind of pivot over to here. Eliza can more or less replace Brian. And yeah, that'll be that. We're going to bring our skirmishers in just so they travel with us, and we'll kick them back out once things get set. Kemper. Hopefully you haven't given up on moving, because you do need to keep moving. We can move it up to 5x, I think, without having the AI go too berserk on us. Yeah. And since our friendlies are a little unreliable at this point, we're gonna... No, they definitely are making a push over here. I just don't know how... Well, oh, and Sheridan's doing the water walk. Look at that. If these intelligence reports are correct, and there's good reason to think that they might not be. Yeah, Brian's up here. All right, we'll have Cav down here to kind of deal with the first wave, and then we'll bring them back. And I think I might have overcompensated here with Elizy, so we're going to move them there. We're going to... Yeah, something more like this is what I have in mind. All right, hopefully that all goes through. For some reason, the victory bar is ticking closer in our favor. I don't know if the numbers have changed now. Yeah, we lost a bunch overnight. I'm not sure what that was about. All right. Oh, friendlies are moving up. So, in that case, we now have nowhere for Kemper to go. So we're just going to put Kemper off on the left. And I guess everybody has to go back to some of their original battle stations here, right? Brian. Yeah, so we're going to put Hill up in... Well, we're going to try to put Hill up in that trench. DeRossi can come here. We're going to switch them to medium range. It actually looks like their entire force now has thought better of coming over Pierce's Mill, which I don't think was a terrible idea. And let's go ahead and zoom in here and watch the fight get underway. Yeah, so DeRossi can kind of come up here like this. Trappier can come like that. Yeah, Kemper's Cav is now going to fill in on this left. We can, hopefully, as long as they're not engaged, we can just move them to wherever they need to be. McCullough's actually got the right idea. Well, he had the right idea. And if they actually are armed with Maynards, and that's just not like the first false casualty or weapons report you sometimes get, that's good to hear. So let's go on board here. See what we can see. I guess I could refer more to my division commanders, which is usually what I do in campaign. I kind of set them and forget them. And I've actually really enjoyed playing like that at the campaign level. It kind of evens things out. It gives you a little bit more immersion. Alright, and now I think with everybody reoriented to where they are, I think I'm going to reorient myself more or less to where Elizy. Okay, so we have the skirmishers. I don't know who. Okay, Nelson. Right? Nelson Hill skirmishers. Oh, and also Clayborn's 600 skirmishers. Will push them up. We can see just. Don't ask us how. I thought I saw a sprite head over there. I do. We must have been able to hear the marching and the drums and all that. Alright, so this was probably ill-advised. What we're going to do with these folks is just back them up so we actually can put some skirmishers out, and then maybe have them shoot at that cav. And Trappier can do his thing. Same problem in this map before, where our models are kind of floating above the ground. So I don't know. It's just something that happened. But I think this brigade might end up in trouble. They're about to break into the skirmishers. Good. Nelson's might break. You're only stable. The next stable is always they're about to break. Let's see if that's true. Yeah, they will break in a bit. But we can recycle skirmishers. We could. I don't know if I should. Maybe I won't. It feels kind of like beating on the hapless AI. And Cutshaw. Move you back, and I move you back so that I can move you over if I have to. Maybe we'll see if Imboden. Okay, so that's Anderson. Did I move Imboden? No, I did not. My mistake. Let's see if we can do anything. Apparently, something happened to Imboden. Can't quite shoot as well as he should. But ostensibly, it's the same AI we have, or that they have. So not a huge difference. I'm confident. I don't even know if these guys have anything to shoot at anymore. These guys do. It looks like they're engaged. Yeah, they're engaged with a brigade, which apparently I can get all sorts of information about. All right. Oh, and they're all the way down there. That is the way I did not think the AI would go. It seemed way too roundabout. Of course, the downside of this is that they can't really concentrate anywhere. But our side did a little too well at concentrating, I would say. And they've formed the tactical blob. Yeah. You can't make this stuff up. We routed something or someone. Wow, they routed Rosecrans. 200 skirmishers routed Rosecrans Brigade, so there really were morale problems on their side. And with them routed, we're going to push those skirmishers up, those skirmishers up, those skirmishers up. We'll try to win our fight, because we might also have to win other people's fights shortly. Alright, we'll push you all down there. DeRosie's going to get out some skirmishers. And contribute to peppering that side. I really hope our friendlies get their stuff in order, because we got 5,000 to 6,000 Yanks coming this way who have very odd orders. No, it's only 3,000. Still, if we're showing them our backs, we're probably not going to be at our best. Alright, so we were looking to find them, and we found them the hard way. Claiborne. Still have 3 sets of skirmishers peppering Scribner's force here. Is Scribner? I just want to see what it says. Alright, it doesn't say anything. That's good. It shouldn't. It wouldn't make any sense. Those skirmishers engaged, they are, albeit barely. Nelson's got to be close to out of ammo. cut Shaw, or what I did to cut Shaw. So, alright, these skirmishers no longer have good targets, so since we already recalled our skirmishers, then I'm gonna not deploy skirmishers more than once, but I'll move the existing skirmishers. I'm gonna move them over there, and I think Hills probably should be able to retire now. Yeah, they're out of ammo. I hate when any side can shoot when they're out of ammo. I get that you can roleplay explain away almost anything. And I also hope, but I'm having the feeling that maybe this is still too loud. I don't know, maybe I'll turn the sound down even more. Because I know it's been a rough few episodes where just in battle the gun noises are so loud, but it's a new sound and mic setup. Generally better quality, but it's going to take some tuning here to find the right mix of settings. You're there. Did Invo ever kind of figure out what was going on here? Okay, we got to move you up in front of them. Yes. Alright, we're going to have these skirmishers do their thing, and then if I don't see anything else happening, I think I'm going to push this side because I think they are outnumbered. Given that we have more numbers than them overall, I'm certain that they are outnumbered. And what we're going to do is we're going to send Herbert around the back to try to get over here. Kutshaw's pretty beat up, but we're going to bring him in support. Elizy's brigade is the one over here. Okay, Rosie's shooting, blah, blah, blah. Got it. So I would definitely order Eliza to move. Brian's division, yeah, in case we screw this up, we should probably hold them back. But I think Eliza is ready to move and be given an order like that. And I'm guessing these guys just don't have targets. They do not have targets. That's not that surprising. We'll see if Imboden does. Apparently Imboden has now figured it out. What he needed to figure out, and we'll see if we can get shots over here. Moving through the woods uphill is always a dangerous endeavor, no doubt about it. But the same should be true for them, and they have that crossing. They do have the road, which is an advantage, a real one. Not sure what other kind of advantages there are. And Cutshaw move up. There, I should reposition myself here. Trappier, he's over here. Have him recall his skirmishers. think it's best to move not in loose formation. All right, since we have friendlies who are now getting there actually pretty well, better than I thought they would, we're gonna let them go first, but we're still gonna have Herbert's cav push go through, and we're gonna move Cutshaw behind him. All right, looks like we're levitating, and we've now. This is the danger. I don't know if this is because of double line or because of other things, but I think the double line formation is just bad for the AI. They tend to obstruct far more than what they get. My troops are probably going to be quite tired marching uphill through the woods. One of the other things that Cutshaw could do is provide morale support for folks here on the right. Hill can move up and hug this line. Right. What is this body of water here? Rock Creek. Okay. You can keep Rock Creek on his right. Alright, we have ourselves an engagement. Alright, we are at medium range. That's okay. My guess is Herbert's tired. Okay. Hold on. Cutshaw's going to stay back here. Bowden's still finding targets. He is not. I don't know if we can fix that. Barksdale is ours, so maybe. We want to get to loose formation here to reduce casualties. Alright, actually, these guys can just hold. My guess is they're not even that tired. I thought they would be quite winded after all this. Alright, what's more important here is that you guys engage. The formation doesn't have to be perfect, but we do want to get it engaged. And we'll reorient these fellows that away. And we want to push through these skirmishers. We don't want to sit here and skirmish with them. It's a waste of ammo. Okay, we got it. Thank you. Same with these guys. We are going to get punched up here. It is what it is. Let's push with that infantry and then try to wrap with the cavalry. Sacrificing too many good steeds. Using them as cover. Alright. Even though I see a blue host over here, and blue host over here, this is a little bit larger than I thought. I think I'm content to make this push for now. I don't see too much. I mean, I see that they have blobbed themselves up here. These guys are facing the wrong direction with skirmishers on the wrong side of Rock Creek. Alright, fine. Herbert. I'm gonna make a decision about what to call him because for the entire campaign I haven't known. I've been doing both, so I probably should just go with the good old American Herbert and let that be that. Alright, Nelson's okay. I think it was just Claiborne that took a beating coming up that hill. Yeah, he did. And this is looking pushed off and probably running. Being broken, and then these are really understrength brigades. I mean, this is what Cav should... Cav should make this chase, but... I've also had problems with that in the past, as you may recall. All right, let's make sure we're mounted here, and we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll see. All right, there's 0% chance I think of getting across here, so the only thing to do is to get us down and move us out over here. Unless we're gonna watch the AI on AI pillow fight of skirmishers. Or I guess it's skirmishers plus them. They're routing and breaking. That's a brigade that's pulling back. I'm not sure that they're going to stay in this fight. This looks like they might drop. We'll move Hill over there. We'll get Elize's division at least near the road while we got a little bit of quiet, so that if we do need to move later, they won't have the impediment of then having to move through the forest. But I'm going to keep the battle bar up on top. Yeah, they just got forces over here that look like they could fight but won't. Gordon can fight, but it doesn't look like anybody else can. I feel like if the AI has made a decision to retreat, like it can just be announced. I think you get it with some delay, like the AI has with enemy is retreating. I actually don't know, or you usually get the overnight pop up that the enemy has withdrawn. Maybe that's what they're going for. It's almost 3 p.m. here in mid-March, 1863. That certainly looks like a withdrawal. All right, we're going in. We're not going to wait around. Hill's seen some action, but others have not. Yeah, keep pursuing them. If they want to turn and fight us, let them turn and fight us. But let's burn that bridge when we get there. I would like to be in single line right now, but I'm not gonna worry about that. Just go. There we go. Can order. Oh, there's no I in his name. I kept reading an I here. It's Elzy, not Elizy. Well, that's why you should read every letter rather than just assuming you know how the word ends. Word ends? How about the word goes? Stay on there. Alright, I'll spare you the rest here. Just when you thought you were done. I'm not sure if the AI is joking, but they look like they're going to form up in a pocket down here. And so my thought is, well, I already ordered all my infantry to go for it. I also ordered Kemper's Cav, as you can see, to try to get back here. And if we can get on this, we can cut off any movement from here to, I think, the map edge. I'm not sure where else that they could go. So we are moving that. I'm moving myself. My headquarters is moving up. But we may even engage piecemeal here just to get as many engagements as we can. But at 4 p.m. in mid-March, I think they're just playing for the evening withdrawal here. And yeah, they can certainly do that if they want. But I'm also going to try to get some fighting in if they're going to sit here. I don't know why we march like that. I don't know why the sprites kind of blob up like that to mimic marching. All right, and that is Hill. What we want to do is we want to keep moving up on them. Chappie, you're probably tired at this point. You're better than I thought. All right, we're going to push you up as well, since you're probably going to be one of the few who are going to get engaged here. We'll move you, DeRosie up as well. And the rest, we also did the water walk, kind of. No, we didn't. It just looks like it because they're really high up. We actually have not water walked, so it remains a distinctly AI advantage. They need one, and that's what they get. Okay, we're gonna go down here. They're still going where they should. Good, good. Push, men. Push. Go with that attack. You go with that attack. You should be moving at the double quick. And the balance bar has kind of stayed here. It's actually pulled a little bit more back towards the center. That might be because they rallied some who broke, but they're also withdrawing a bunch. A bunch of these have come through, so... Huh, something seems mistimed here where the smoke animations are popping up. Behind our troops. Don't make any sense. Alright, push there, push there. You guys should still be pushing here. Our cab should be arriving. They might actually be... How are they not tired from running through the woods all this time? Running, shooting, all that fun stuff. I guess it's what cab do. In addition to scouting. Man, that AI, they are playing for that sneaky overnight withdrawal. And they should have just been withdrawing this whole time. Because I don't think this is a withdrawal point. Claiborne's got the right idea. Here, you guys go there. And you guys go there. That might speed you up. Not sure what's the hold up here, but if the AI is going to go to the map edge, I guess we will too. Just in case we need it, we'll move here. How is Hill taking that few casualties? I feel like they've been dishing out a lot. Good, good. They're going to move up. Closed it. Good, good. Good, good. Got any more of that hardtack? Yeah. Indeed. That hardtack. If we can't catch... Okay, so they routed. I was going to say we were going to move Herbert over here to deal with those guys. But if they're going to run, then don't worry about it. Alright. So you've done what you can there. Now we're going to switch Hill over to Lyle's brigade. Yes, good. Perfect. Very good. Yeah, no complaints. From me, at least. Yeah, they're just going to turtle up there at the map's edge. Alright, cheap as it may be, I'm meleeing these guys to see if we can get a second unit with perks. We should do a ton of casualties and get a bunch of prestige. We got our 5th star there. Enemy is retreating, no doubt. Keep going. Look at that prestige. We're almost there. Keep it going. These guys, we don't have any infantry with perks, so let's try that. Stay on them. You're so close to perkage. It's a word, I just made it up. Perking, perking. That sounds better, I think. Yes. The question is, what do we want to do? It's not actually a question. I want the... Well, I picked the right one. Is it Lightning Brigade that does the cover? Level up. So, the beginning of that doesn't mean... Is trained to fight according to infantry type, moving fast with the horse, but fighting dismounted. This makes it sound like it's the dismounted loose formation one, but it doesn't actually say that. It's the cover one. Since cover is abundant in this game, I would say go for it. Why not? Why not? All right. They're doing that. We're doing stuff over here. Claiborne, you can charge into. I don't care. DeRosie, you're actually pretty close to a perk. Hill isn't for whatever reason, but probably could be. And that is how we will finish things up. DeRosie, did you not see them run right here? What? No. Alright, that's fine. And, yeah, we did like 2,000 extra casualties there in that. Because of that division down there that did not pull back. My goodness, this is loud. But it's always loud in these end scenes here. But yeah. Did a ton of casualties there at the end because the AI questionably decided not to withdraw. I'm not sure what that was about. All right. And, yep, Fort Stevens. Okay. Siege combat. Yikes. Alright, well, hopefully we do well. Doesn't look like there's anything to auto-resolve, which is fine for me. Yeah, I guess the Army of Washington might be able to move someone, but it does look like it's otherwise largely forts. With a large number of disabled, probably going to want to put more camp time into recruitment. Excuse me. Military studies, I mean, this late in the war, I don't care too much for, or leisure time. They're good, but not a huge deal. Throw some more into recruitment and get our numbers back. It's cold, you say? Alright, I take your word for it. Probably should plow some into readiness. So we got that win as well. Yeah, we should plow some into readiness. Is it... Oh my goodness, the Army of Pennsylvania wants some? Do we want a piece of them? I mean, come on, man. That like... Okay, so we can't do it with them. But we... Hold on, then what am I stuck in? Yeah, I'm stuck in that. All right, that makes sense. All right, these guys want some. I wasn't planning on making this a double feature, but I guess I will. But we're going to try to make this one quick. Well, this scene looks very familiar to us. We have to go over here. It's a ways to go, so I'm going to set up, run on out, and I'll bring you back in when we've made contact. All right, so to bring you up to speed, when I looked at the map, I thought attacking from the west would be a mistake. There's a lot of junk here, right? Force gives you cover, but it slows you down. They could dig in here. You'd have to come through an open field, which may or may not be swamp, depending on how I'm reading this map. It looked like, you know, trying to go up and around was silly because there aren't great roads if you had to do that. And even then, you run into a lot of forest, a lot of obstacles. So I thought a push from the south made the most sense. Orchards don't provide cover like forests do. There are a number of roads and paths, and there's some cover and there's some open ground. And so all things considered, and it was probably going to be the quickest option. And so we sent Kemper up to scout. They were dug in. I don't know if you saw it when I brought you back in. They were dug in here along the Milkhouse Ford Road. We now have Brian moving his division here. Kemper's on the right, and Elsie is going to be on the left. And basically the idea is to just push up. The AI, you know, it reacted late to this, but maybe they couldn't see everything that I could. That's probably the case. So what we're going to do is we're going to move Kemper up here. We're going to get them dismounted. We've called in the skirmishers. I'm trying to find out. Okay, so here I am. Yeah, and that's where I'm going to end up, and that's a fine place to end up. They have a 7-pointer. They've sat on it for a while. I don't know if this attack is actually going to go off today, so there's some more movement here, and if we don't get engaged, yeah, we're not quite that close, and there are no expected reinforcements, so, you know, unless I'm really worried about cutting off that path of retreat, which I'm not even sure that it would matter. I think if they're going to route, they're just going to route. But yeah, because I want this video to try to stay short, I'll bring you back when we have an engagement. All right, so it didn't take long. Their artillery started hitting me, so we're going to move to engage. Cutshaw can do fine just out in the open like that. I don't know that Herbert is going to touch the fence, but if he does touch the fence, then we should increase the perk experience, or the perk growth, or perk up, or whatever you want to call it, because they'll be dealing casualties from cover. So that'll be the plan there. We'll put them at double. But, you know, the things that just drive you up the wall, like, why is this division, right? The artillery knows to spin and shoot at us, but the division is showing us their backs with skirmishers deployed this way when there's no evidence that there's anybody out here. And I'm pretty sure the AI kind of always knows where I am. You know, there's not a huge downside here because we outnumber them. I think this is probably their entire force. Let me see if that's true. So they have 7,500. Maybe not. We're gonna get all their information. It's basically their entire force, right? They have a little bit more somewhere else. That's fine. We're just gonna go in and engage with these guys. If our friendlies show up and are able to lend support, that's fine. I think we're probably gonna run out of ammo, and so I think we're gonna need them to do that. But yeah, we can move it up to 5x since we're just moving through the swamp here. Brian, I don't know what is up with you, man. But if it does go to overnight, we'll get the free redeploy forward, and we should be ready to take off on day 2. My goodness, man. About face. Do something. Take cover. And so this is why people are like, oh, you know, the game needs multiplayer so that the battles are more challenging. It doesn't. It needs... I mean, it needs better AI. Like, just adequate AI at the tactical level. It's been the bane of this game's existence for 3 years. I go back to, like, my December 2020 initial Steam review of this, and I think I was absolutely right. Until tactical battles get more difficult because the AI gets better, right? It just makes, like, better decisions. I would say the game has limited replayability, but I have put in over 1,000 hours in a single-player game, so maybe it's done just fine without it. I still find there's something to it, but I understand why people leave the game, and the bugs and other things too. But the bugs don't get me too much. But it's just these battles could be so much more challenging if just small things work right. All right, we can probably move down to 1x. But waiting until it's too late is usually, right, just like in life, it's still long. Is Herbert getting... they got some perk XP. I guess they must have touched the fence. I don't know. I guess we gotta speed it up again. There we go. God, I don't know what is up with that graphics glitch. I think that was introduced sometime after Whiskey and Lemons. I'm not sure where the horses do their butt shaking thing as they move forward. It's possible that when I was trying to mod worry about changing the artillery if we actually have to do that. They're actually doing pretty well. Yeah, I would think that this fighting would have damaged them a lot more than it has. Yeah, that perk progress makes sense. I mean, our cab is getting close to being out of ammo. And so then we'll have to pull back, but until that happens, you can continue watching. There will be a delay in all this. Just leave the way we came. And I think I'm going to put you on pause. I don't know that my reinforcements are going to get here before the day ends. So, yeah. If we get there, I'll bring you back. But because we are so close, they have a long retreat timer, so we'll move up, move up, move up. This looks like swamp down here. Wow, 7.4 casualties. 5.8. We're tearing them up. They almost have a perk. Reload. All right, that's that. Well, I know I only speak for myself, but I am wiped. Wow, so was that force. But we'll load back in and just see what it looks like when we load. I don't have a third battle in me for this episode. I feel like that Starship Troopers meme, right? I'm doing my part, and that's how I think GreatScots' division here. Which, I'm glad that Corps and Army do get their own experience, because now we're up to 3. I gotta tinker with the settings so that GreatScots, that level of command gets the requisite number of stars. I think he's still below 2 stars when it comes to, we'll see. But his combat experience, which is just completely wrong. I mean, we've been engaged so many times. To say that we're inexperienced is wrong, right? The division veteran unit, absolutely. But yeah, we got to tinker with these other things to get some readiness going. I think since most of my subordinates already like me, we can say not so much with that. We'll throw 2 into readiness recovery. Go forward here. We can't. Oh yeah, no. Did we just go yellow? We did. So we can now scout. Johnston's engaged with the Army of the Potomac. All right. Hold on here. And it looks like the Army of Somebody broke contact there. I don't know what that was. But, yeah, I mean, if we've gone yellow, that means we can now scout, and we can get that readiness back more quickly. And since we do have Cav, it actually does kind of matter. I think we can also move in and take DC ourselves. Unless the weight of these forts is holding it for the AI, it might be. Oh, and see, we just went down in readiness because we're moving in enemy territory. I wanted to get there before Johnston's Corps. Are you kidding me? I'm back in a siege combat with Fort Lincoln. So Fort Lincoln, which is way over here, is in a siege combat with us. We may lose this due to readiness. Or we might just win. I don't know. But sometimes, at least my experience from naval battles, is that those fort battles sometimes become readiness contests. And so even if the numbers look like you should win overwhelmingly, just some silly readiness thing will cause a fort to beat you. Nonsensically, but it does happen. Alright, so we're still in the action department. We just, look at that fame, man. Holy moly. We're legendary, but we're only up to 41. Excuse me again. We can only take 2 more takes of fundraising for the entire campaign, so we might as well just end that. Alright, we won at Fort Lincoln. Somebody had a disaster at Cairo. So, I don't think we can move. I don't know. Can we move in enemy territory? So I think we probably have to fight Fort Stanton in order to do anything. But it's not going to be this episode. This episode has gone as long as I wanted to. What is going on? It's gone as long as I wanted it to. A little bit longer. And we got to save something for another episode because the war is far from over. Though we seem to pull ahead a bit. So their average is 61. My average, my goodness, excuse me, is 60. Am I going to cough again? 66. I guess I've been talking too much here. Surely I have. This is just the most disappointing thing in this entire campaign. And it's been going on in real life for months, where the men fielded is just off, and it has something to do. I've gotten it fixed in some of the other campaigns. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to switch sides in this campaign. I know how to do it in regular camps. Maybe it's the exact same thing. I just haven't tried. But if this were a normal campaign and I was on the CSA, I would hop over to the unit and I would just go on a recruiting binge so that they can get their numbers up and we can start feeling a little more historical and a little bit more challenged than we are. But anyways, nonetheless, I've had fun, but the campaign is not that close to over. Even if they're at 61, they still have to lose 11 more points of morale. I think once they dip under 50, then are you kidding me? We're gonna have to fight this one in a future episode. It looks that way. I guess we actually did fight another battle, but now they're kind of yeeting things away. We'll see how things go in the next episodes, but I think there's probably at least one more left in this campaign.